The Days of Our Lives recap for Friday, December 25th, features Charlie being taken off guard, Lucas going off the rails, and Steve getting on the right track. It is not a very merry Christmas for Ava. She remained tied up and Charlie refused to release her. He did offer her some food. Things took an even further downward spiral when Ava refused to eat and Charlie lost his temper. Then things went from bad to worse when Charlie tells Ava the real reason he came home early. Ava tried to use the run-in with Ali as a bonding moment, but Charlie saw right through her when Ava pushed him to confess. Meanwhile, Ali chatted with Claire about Charlie. Boy, does he ever seem familiar. Claire opened her gift from Charlie. It was tickets to her favorite band. Ali pushed Claire to go thank her boyfriend in person. Claire decided to do just that. Nicole visited Rafe, returned his gloves, and thanked him for his company. They agreed it was an enjoyable dinner. Talk turned to Ava's return to town and possible disappearance. Nicole pushed him to go to the apartment and talk to Ava's son. It is Christmas, after all. Over at Ava's apartment, Lucas was acting like a tough guy with Tripp. It did not work. Tripp was not the least bit intimidated at last until Lucas grabbed the scissors. He chased Tripp around the apartment intending on killing him. Rafe got there just in time and put a stop to Lucas's shenanigans. Lucas stormed off and Tripp and Rafe filed the missing persons report. The rift between John and Steve began to heal when Patch sent his bestie a present. Marlena pushed John to finally go talk it out. Who could really blame Steve for standing by his son? Meanwhile, Steve was at the hospital sharing his theory with Kayla. He suggested Tripp simply shared DNA with the rapist. As it turns out, that could very well be true since Kayla only tested for a relation to the baby. John showed up with drinks, and Kayla left the men to talk. Days of Our Lives airs weekdays on NBC. Check your local listings for airtimes.